You did a pretty crap job, Mikey.
There was one point in the fucking match where they were up like fucking 2 rounds, and I'm just like, guys, fuck man, let's just get this massive comeback. We just need 2 more. If we get 2 more, we just get 3 more. Like, as I was saying that, I was like fucking shaking, thinking like, oh my god, we're gonna fucking lose. But then
Man, it was 8-6 to HO at one point, and we were saying like they're gonna need 2 rounds as opposed to Doctors needing 4, and I'm like, can't rule them out yet. You know, it can happen.
You did the locker room.
And it did 4 in a row. 4 in a row.
Come on, team, we can do this.
Yeah, well, when it reached 7-8, and then we had like this mad fucking lockdown. It was like a great lockdown. We were like on G3 or something, and like there was definitely 2 left, and we had 2 points. So we're just like,
yeah, we just held them.
Yeah, let's just hold fucking A and C and pick off whoever, because we had like a great fucking lockdown happening. So when I fucking realized that, I'm just like, guys, if we win this, it's gonna be 8-8. And then we just need to fucking win 2 more. Like, I was just...
It felt really weird going from super aggressive to super pause. Just everyone's like, shit, stops.
we all know that it was Pandas encouraging Q&E spam strafing before the rounds.
Dude, it was like, those last 2 minutes, I think it was the 7-8, we were just like, we didn't even talk. Like, the last 2 minutes, it was just like complete silence, and it's just like, so
that's really good.
Do you guys hear footsteps?
Yeah, that's really good logic for any round, really. If you're up, what? Do you guys have 5 alive at that stage?
Yeah, we had all 5 alive.
If you've got 5 alive and there's only 2 left, then hold the points you got and keep it tight. And eventually they have to make a move.
Get a mad lockdown going.
That's right.
Yeah, get picked.
Right, so let's get this. Get this back online. Get the Q&A going and everything.
Ready.
But just first, props to HO for winning 8 rounds against the Doctors in a grand final. Like, congratulations.
I was disappointed we didn't finish it off.
Yeah.
We were ahead.
GG, Slacker. GG, mate.
Yeah, GG, Slacker.
Yep. Well played.
Freaking tough game.
Yeah, it was an awesome game to watch.
Like, you guys definitely fucking caught us, like, just... I think, because just our rollout, because we generally had a different... rollout happening on Ministry, but like, because we had, I think it was, we had a lineup change.
Yeah, we had 2 going tunnels, then there was only 1 going tunnels, and then,
Yeah, so we had to, like, straight away, as soon as we had that lineup change, we had to adjust accordingly, and, and a couple of players, like, they play the same lanes and all that shit, so, it was fucking, we were just, like, thinking, fuck, how the fuck are we gonna get everyone's weaknesses and strengths onto the map, you know?
So who won the sniper battle?
There was actually no sniper battle.
There was no sniper battle?
But there were magnified optics.
Yeah.
The closest it came to sniping was the EBR with the scope, but it was solid.
2 times red dot sight, the cancer of all weapons.
Floor, were you rocking with that? Wait,
man, no, it's just I was running C, man. It's too close quarter for scope. Too high risk, man. You know?
Dude, luckily cause like a couple of nights ago, I was telling Floor, fuck man, you should just, we're playing Ministry, maybe don't roll with the fucking bolt action, man. Like this time, actually go with like an M16 or some shit.
Yeah, it's a really good call not being on bolt action there, because the amount of flankability, he's gonna have to spin, and you can't do that with the scope.
Yeah. So if I didn't like adjust that, then tonight would have fucking ended differently, obviously. But then again, we adjusted to HO's strat, so
Well, that's right.
All right.
Showing versatility and being able to adapt is definitely a great way to show which team's better.
Yeah.
All right, Forrester and Mikey, do you guys want to run the Q&A?
Yeah, everything's online now, so say what you will to Mikey.
Got a little graphic there.
Oh,
I'll just give a little introduction of myself. My name is Michael Suruhus, or Mikey, as you know me in gaming on Steam. I'm the community manager and voice actor and writer for Insurgency. I'm here now to answer everybody's questions, whether they're in TeamSpeak or whether they're in the stream chat about the game. I saw somebody's question earlier in the chat, but we were doing the play-by-play shit. It was something related to points. You could just pop that into the stream chat again.
That was
would be happy to.
Ekstrom. You asked that question. If you want to
That's
ask it
right.
again, man, because you're in here.
Yeah, just so I make sure. I believe it was something about a point system. So going off that, just to kick things off, we are going to have, and this is just a good introduction to give you guys in general, we are going to have a lot of changes to our competitive systems in Insurgency. One of the next things that we're working on is we want to have a UI overhaul, just in general, of our main menu and of everything. We also want to get in the proper competitive systems that you'd expect from a game, a similarly competitive game like CSGO or like League of Legends, where there's rankings and ladders and matchmaking and all that good shit. And you know, that's one of the next things that we're working on getting into the game, is just a UI overhaul and like a better competitive system, you know. But,
Do you think?
yeah.
Do you think you have the player base to have a solid competitive ranking system, especially as far as ranking people up and then having a good amount of people in each rank for good matchmaking?
Yeah, absolutely. We have thousands of people play every day, you know. You know, if you go online now, it depends on the time zone. Like I'm online right now. It's, you know, when we started out, it was 5:30 a.m. in U.S. East. I'm in New Jersey, and for my time zone right now, and we go online and we see like 1,700 people online, right? But if you play at the peak hour, which is somewhere around like 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern, because we get the Euros and we get the Americans, and we get, I guess, some Australians and some East Asian people. You get well over 3,000, you know, and that varies, of course, you know, depending on the most recent sale and you know, our most recent update and stuff. We have like, at any given time, we have like around 3,000 people playing. You can take a look at the Steam charts too, and that's not people playing the entire day, just for like 12 hours, you know. So there's thousands of players that come in and out of Insurgency every day and that play. The highest concurrent we had was during the free weekend at 10,000. And when you know it, as soon as the free weekend stopped, which was awesome, by the way, for us to see. And once you know when the free weekend stopped,
10K, yeah.
we hit, yeah, exactly, right? We hit, we actually surpassed Advanced Warfare at that point, which is pretty sweet. And at that point, after the free weekend stopped, right, on that weekend, we went right up to #1 top seller. So that was also very cool for us. So yes, is the answer. We definitely have the community for it to support that competitive system, and we're excited for it. You know, we got a lot of cool ideas, and we're excited to.
Can you give us
design
any
that.
insights into those ideas?
Well, it's all very conceptual right now, but it's going to be what you'd expect from a ranked game. You know, and again, all conceptual, so don't hold me to any of this, but it'll probably be like mode specific, where you can play. You have a rank, right? I'm rank 7 in 5v5 firefight, and we want to add in new modes too and play them competitively. So, but I'm only rank 2 in ambush because I want to play ambush a little bit, you know. But or I'm ranked 8 in strike or whatever. So it'll depend. It'll probably depend on the mode, what your ranking is. We already have HTML support in the menu, so there's some interesting stuff that we can do with that in regards to like Twitch streams and stuff. And if we're able to even stream your or other guys' streams, you know, in the main menu or in a menu somewhere. I'm being asked to 1v1 Bromeo from Falkland, Ireland, who I see is online. Hi, Bromeo, I see you, yes. I know that's your buddy phrase. But yeah, just stuff like that. Again, it's pretty high. It's pretty conceptual right now. We're still working it out, but it's definitely something that we think the game deserves. It's something that we want to do.
Awesome. Anyone else got questions?
Yeah, please don't. For anybody asking, again in the stream or.
I mean, I
here
could
for
keep
this-
going all day, but I want to share it around.
How much play on Station Intel did you guys get before it was pumped out to the public? And what are your opinions on it, the new map?
Before it was pumped out to the public? Oh, we got a lot. We did it. Yeah, go on, sorry.
No, and now even like, what do you think of it and everything?
We got excuse me. We got a lot of play. We have a feature with Insurgency. I don't know how many of you guys are aware, but we have these beta tests. Basically, at any given time, you can download the beta branch of the game by right-clicking Insurgency, go into Properties, the Betas tab, Pre-Release Beta Branch. That's basically just a version of Insurgency that is what's coming next, you know. like it's with the next update. And when we're done as developers, like, all right, we're satisfied with this, we push it from the beta branch to the public branch. So the beta becomes the public. So for weeks leading up to the release of Station and Tell and that update, we were beta testing with the community. Not just saying like, okay, there's a beta up, guys play, and let us know what you think. We got in there, you know. We have these beta tests where the developers all play. I play, Andrew Spearn, the creative director, plays, Jeremy Blum, the game director, Ex Nihilo, one of our QA guys, level designers of the maps themselves, of Tell and Station, are in there saying like, what do you guys think? And you can tell them directly, exactly. And as far as the response to those weeks allowed us just, you know, really good feedback, honestly, just, you know, it's almost like cheating as far as design goes, because like you hear directly from the players what they want, you know. It's not a mystery. Level design's difficult because like you don't always have 32 people at your disposal to test a level, right? But when you do something like this, then everybody's eyes are on it, and you get the feedback, and you figure it out. The interesting thing about Station and Tell, and the interesting thing about the maps that are going to be coming into the game, is we had a map contest. I don't know if you guys are aware in November. The game through Game Banana, right? Exactly. And Station and Tell were two of those maps, right? So we want to get more of those maps into the game officially. Now to do that, it's a process because you want to approach the guys who made the maps originally, because they're community members, they're not developers. You want to make sure you maintain their vision of the map, but also bring it up to official standards as far as balance and even aesthetics go. So that was a process with Station and Tell. We want to do it with other maps, so expect other maps, but we're not sure just which, so stay tuned. But we want to do more maps. We're going to make more of those maps official. So there's that. And the interesting thing about that is Station was made by Yakuza in the map contest, and he was one of the finalists. And it's being touched up by one of our level designers, Ruben van der Koven, a Dutchman who's been with us for a while. And he actually worked on, you guys might have played it, Nuclear Dawn. Now, the interesting thing about Tell was made by Cincinnati, right? And he did a really good job with Tell. We were really pleased with Tell. It was distinct. It felt like a great push map. Station also felt like a great push map. The Station also lent itself very well to Firefight, and it'll be added to the next comp rotation, actually, in our next update. But the interesting thing about Tell is we liked it so much. We liked Cincinnati so much. He actually mapped for the mod back in 2007. We hired him. So for anybody who knows us, Insurgency used to be a mod for Half-Life 2, and we're all mod makers ourselves. Even I, as a voice actor, I was just talking about it in TeamSpeak. I did all this voiceover work for mod projects, you know, and that's how we all got started, because that's, you know, we were just passionate about it. We did it for free. We didn't give a shit because we just loved it, and we recognized that talent. So Cincinnati made Tell. We loved it. We saw the potential. We hired him. Mr. Brightside made all these beautiful. He's sick, man, and he's a developer now. We hired his ass. He's the one who made the new knife and grenade.
ACR prone, as well.
And exactly, yeah. He's
and
got
all those fucking mad optics.
Yeah,
I got like 7 pages worth of his shit.
I'll let him know. I'll let him know right now in the chat. But everybody's asleep because it's fucking 7 a.m. Jesus. We hired him. We hired a Jared Ballou, who's another one of our co-op players. We hire people that, what I'm trying to say is we recognize the talent, you know? And we see the passion, and we appreciate that, you know? And who better to hire than people that are already working on the game, so to speak?
Oath, mate, eh? That's the only way to be.
Yeah. So that's the long answer to how they've been received. Since they came out, they've been received very well. Station, I was asked by the DGO guys specifically, like, put that on the comp rotation. It feels awesome in Firefight. We were like, great. Tell is not doesn't have a Firefight mode. Both maps have ambush, occupy, push, of course. I don't think Tell has skirmish. I think just Station has skirmish. But they've both been pretty well received. People are intimidated by Tell, I will say that, because they play push and they get to Bravo and they have no idea where to go in that fucking maze. I think that's awesome because I love the maze of Tell, because that's what makes it unique. I was playing with Jeremy Blum, the game director, and security was pushing Charlie in one of our recent beta tests, and we went around that right side that nobody goes around, that goes directly to Delta on a push. We were like, oh, let's try going around here, and we came up to that that security side left entrance where you go up the stairs, big empty room, then up some more stairs and into the courtyard. And there were 7 security team members. And we were insurgents. We both just went, ah! And we just started firing all up in the huge room. And it's just really claustrophobic and hilarious. And it was like a fucking, I don't know. It was like in the Naked Gun when they have that gunfight, you know what I'm talking about? You just shoot at the ground in front of each other. It was funny.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Dance.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the name Tell? What's the origin of the name?
Tell is Arabic. I actually asked at Cincinnati about this. I believe it's Arabic or Pashto or Dari, a Middle Eastern language for like a specific kind of city like that or town like that, where the buildings are all very tight and congested like that. So it kind of means like tight city.
Right.
It's like sort of. I think it's like a. It's
Because
a term
I think
for that.
that's been a question on a lot of people's mind. Like, what the heck does Tell actually mean?
Yeah, it was a question on my mind. I went to
Yeah.
him. I'm like, hey man, what's Tell mean? I'm seeing some other questions here, just so they don't know. Do Beta Branch
Scroll up
servers?
Twitch chat.
Yeah, I see. Let me make sure. Ike asks, do Beta Branch servers have an active amount of players playing on them, or basically just on events? We do try to always have servers up if people ever want to play. That's something that we're trying to do. But we don't always have them up because we try to get the servers that we have. We try to get them up on the public, so people can play. But we do have events, as you say. Yes, we have events, and whenever we have events, you get a little notification at the bottom that'll tell you when we play. And then we'll try to schedule them like a couple hours ahead of time or something. And we always get people in there just because the community is so big. We have all this participation. So I'm actually am I allowed to link links in the chat? Is that okay?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually gonna throw this in the chat then. This is the beta branch, but you can join this community group. It'll give you instructions on how to download the beta, and you'll get updates on when we have the update. Phrases got it. Nice. So you guys should all join that group. And whenever we have a beta branch update, you're basically playing like the next update. It's a preview of that, and it gives us like a great chance to show off stuff, but also to get feedback. Make sure we're doing the right things. Talent Station changed a lot.
Oh wait,
not just in terms of like. Yeah.
Did you put the link in Twitch?
It's in Twitch.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, I'll put it
if
in
you
TeamSpeak too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that you're advertising that to us, because if you want good criticism, Australians are one of the most critical people on the planet.
Bloody oath, mate, eh?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of laughs here, boys, but I'm serious.
Oh, fate.
You guys
Get
are
on
also
it, boys.
competitive players,
So
That's
racist,
fun too.
It's definitely
The
a good
phrase
idea.
will tell you, like, when we were designing our competitive stuff, and even now, like, we work with them a lot. We work with all the competitive players to make sure maps like feel good, because you guys play a lot, and it's seriously like a really good opportunity, and it's what Insurgency is all about. It's like what happened to us when we were in early access. The game changed so much because we had people to bounce ideas off of and test with.
Are you ever going to bring skins into the game at all? Because most people like skins. It's a bit mainstream, but yeah.
Oh, do you mean ones that you unlock or that you
unlock
display
your
publicly?
guns and whatnot?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Major like Counter-Strike Go.
Don't think that makes a lot of sense with the workshop.
Well, it's fair. No, it's fair. I do get that request a lot. People do ask about that.
Counter-Strike
And,
brought it in because of COD and
If
all
I
that,
can,
but
if I can
Bro.
expand on this, is there any potential for, unlockable things for players in the future?
We don't have any plans for that right now. We sort of pride ourselves in being a no shit premium game, in that like you buy it and then you just get all that, and
Yeah,
like
that's cool.
it's possible. That being said, like we might do something where there's unlockables. It would be small, it'd be modest, is I think the right word.
Yeah.
It'd be like a patch, or maybe it would be like a patch for something, or maybe a little, I don't know, just a small reskin of like
A
weapon.
different towel around your head.
A different color, a different shock, a different something like that. But that's
Sorry
what I mean.
about
Like
that one, guys.
that's okay. No, that's fine. The
golden
kids aren't
goose.
awake yet.
Yeah.
It's Yeah, if we did do something like that, it would be small, it would be modest, but
Yep.
we don't have any plans for that. We're also not gonna like fuck with you guys with any like unlockable weapons or anything. That is to say, like unlockable weapons, not skins, but like totally different weapons. You know, that's not within our vision at all. As far as the skin stuff goes, though, our approach to it, we like custom skins, right? Like we like reskins and remodeling and stuff. But our approach to that is through the workshop and through the client side way of just like you just download the skin that you want and then it's there in the game. You know, unless you're on an SV Pure 2 server, which means like it's competitive. So everybody's on the same page, and that's up to the server operator. You don't even have to have that if you don't want to.
So far, the competitive servers all run SV Pure 2. The other servers that say Pure on them have, like Dimtails, put SV Pure 1, and the official ones are 0, so you can use mods on the official ones.
Exactly.
Most of ours have them disabled.
Right. It's up to the server operator. For our comp ones, we set it to 2, but you can really do as you want. I'm seeing the other, but yeah, that's our answer to that. Is we don't have any plans for that right now because our approach to the skin side of things is through the workshop. But we don't rule it out completely, you know. But if we do it, it'll be modest. It won't be obnoxious.
It's all
We're not
mainstream
going to see
sort
any
of stuff
zebra
anyway.
skins, though.
That's what makes you different.
Yeah, exactly right. We pride ourselves in that, truly. But if we might do it, you know, we might do some cool skins because it does give some incentive. But if we do, you're not gonna see any fucking giraffe shit, you know. Like it's gonna be, it's not gonna be bright ass pink guns, and you know, it's not within our vision.
No,
gonna make me cry, mate.
Extrem says my question was regarding the UI, seeing a transparent, perhaps scoreline at the top of the screen with each round, who won and how, kills or caps, like CS:GO's rounds, wins in the middle of the tab. Yeah, this is in line with some of the stuff that we're gonna try to do with our new UI. Is stuff that we're trying to design. So yeah, like a scoreline that more clearly shows who's won what amount of rounds. And okay, I see here what you're saying with kills and caps. Yeah, and that's all stuff that we're thinking about changing, and again, conceptual stuff that we're working out right now.
Yeah, because at the moment you have to press a key or rely on a commentator to press a key so you can see what the scores are in the game.
Yeah, we actually were just talking about this a couple days ago about spectating mode specifically, about how much more we could do with our spectating mode, as far as I guess displaying stats and displaying data. Stuff.
Even giving it a mini-map or something in spectator mode. Anyway.
Mini-map, yeah. And because it would be spectator, you know, it's not like it's the real game, so it would be okay.
Yeah.
I think that we definitely want to do stuff like that. Maybe even like a button for X-ray vision, you know? Like there's a lot of different things that you could do just to make it easier to watch. Also implementing Source TV, which works right now, kind of, but it's got some weird bugs. Like there was a bug, and I think Phrase was there. We were testing it with the DGL, where whenever you were in spectator, or you know, Source TV, like the spectating mode, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you were spectating at Source TV, everybody had a foul on his back for some reason. Everybody just had a foul, and that's what's fucking hilarious about game development. Is like there's just weird shit like that happens. Like, oh, I guess everybody has a foul right now, but they didn't have it in real life. It was like ghost fouls. Like take a picture in the scary house, like, oh, in the picture is a ghost behind him. Oh, it was like that. So that's stuff that we're still working out. Is some bugs with that, but that'll also be a part of it because that'll allow, you know, Source TV will allow all kinds of different spectation going. Extra.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, are you answering someone else's question right now?
Yeah, if you could hold
My
it. I
bad.
just want to make sure I get it before they scroll away. That's fine. What's your opinion about explosive in games of Firefight? I've lost my taste for competitive play as I'm a player based on explosives. Do you think that they're too overpowered in a competitive sense? Yeah.
That's
fine.
You know who it is. Ask that question.
That guy hasn't played competitive in a long time.
No, trust me. No, I'm here to answer any question that you guys have, and I'll explain all of our rationale with everything. I can't speak to the DGL or you guys or ESL or anything, but as far as we feel about explosives, yeah, we do think that they're a little unfair. But a better way to say it is we like the play that happens when you don't have C4 and RPGs and AT4s, and that's it. Like it's as simple as that. It's the same reason why we don't have suppressors. You know, we like the play that happens without suppressors, but you guys and other leagues have suppressors, and that's fine. That's what's great about Insurgency and the theater system. Is like everybody can play by the rules that they want. Similarly, actually, in the most recent update, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we changed it so the defenders and push don't have C4 charges and IEDs. So what I used to do in some of the beta tests of Tell is you spawn as a defender at Alpha on the Insurgents, right? And I'd sprint out of the spawn zone and fucking huck a huge charge, IED charge, old style, right through that window and blow it up every time. And I realized, like, this feels a little unfair. It's just blowing everybody up. And that was, yeah, similar. We made that mentality has governed other decisions as well.
Well, instead of the C4 now, like every time we play Tell Push, and I'm always attacking, I'm always getting fucking RPG'd. Right underneath that little channel.
Yeah. That feels we talked about that. We're like, do we want to get rid of RPGs too? And we're like, no, because that's just a part of it. Like,
yeah, we'll just work around it.
Yeah, the players just need to account for that. You know, the RPG and the AT4 are a part of the game, and as the attackers, it feels good, and even as the defenders, I think it feels good. I'm getting requests from Padlock Tales on both the Twitch stream. No, not both. Hold on. I got it as a personal TeamSpeak message in the Twitch stream and in the lobby. So I'm gonna give you my best security subordinate here. Security forces have been spotted in this area.
That's fucking sick. Oh my fucking god.
It's good for you as it was for me.
It was great for my mum too.
That was pretty great.
That was fucking awesome.
You guys lost it before I even finished.
I didn't hear the end.
Well, I thought I had Insurgency loaded, like I'm still in game. I'm still in game.
I was expecting the American voice, but then you just busted out that
Oh,
shit.
I can
Surprised
do an American
everyone.
one, too.
Like,
Which-
no one saw it coming, mate. No one.
Which one do you want to hear on the American one?
Fuck,
Oh,
fuck,
I hear
fuck,
Ike.
fuck.
I see Ike is
It's like, oh my gosh, it actually sounds like the guy in the game. I wonder why.
Oh, yeah.
Ike brings up another one that I always get as a request. Hey, quit
it.
gaggle fucking, spread it out!
Oh my god. Oh god.
Sick.
Too
Cannot
much,
handle
too
right now.
much.
Cannot handle.
I don't know how to feel.
Can you? I don't know how I feel. Can you believe I do shit like this before I started working full time as a community manager? Before I had the dev tag, I'd get into games and I'd do shit like that, and people didn't recognize me. They're
Someone's like,
"Dude,
oh mate, you
shut
got a
up."
soundboard. You're like, nah,
Yeah.
get on my level. Not at all, mate.
They were like, "What are you doing?"
You don't
they
even
didn't
know.
recognize it.
Yeah.
Every once in a while they would, and I'd like stop and talk to them, and we just stand there because we have the proximity voice chat, and we get fucking ambushed or something. We'd just be chatting.
That's
Holy crap.
Oh, I
This
see
thing
Bromeo
from
has linked
Sweden.
my. Oh, we got
From
some Swedes
Sweden?
in here. Rock and roll.
I used to live in Trollhättan. Hi guys.
It's 1:37 in Sweden at the moment. Someone says.
I see
Says
Floor
came
Master.
out.
Floor Master, you say you have a question? I just got a message.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So.
If you're standing behind like a wall, and and you poke out to the left, and there's a guy.
I've mentioned this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to question it. And then like,
Sure.
there's a guy on the opposite wall looking out to the.
Don't tell him the secret.
The guy, the guy that's looking out to the left, has an advantage. Like you can see, you can't. The guy that's standing opposite the guy on the left can't see the model of the guy clearly. And people like, well, in the grand final anyway, like our team, where like I would just get into a position to abuse that sort of like poking in and out of cover. Are you guys? Do you know what I mean? Are you guys
Champions
trying to
get
keep-
straight.
I do.
It's,
Nah, joking.
It's Pika's advantage, isn't it? It's like on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I hate
Pika,
referring to CS all the time, but like it's the biggest one everyone knows. But like you
Yeah,
go
it's
down
pretty
on one
big,
side,
man, 'cause-
and
yeah.
yeah, they have an advantage if they're peeking left rather than right. The left peeker has an advantage.
Yeah.
CS has this too.
Yeah, it's like a field of view thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure because we're on the same engine as them, and we do have some limitations. And you can even notice it with the way our squeaky chair. You can even notice that with the way our leans are. You know, there are some. I'm not sure if that's something that we can account for, but that's something. That's something that if you guys are able to get me a video that demonstrates that, I can present that to the team, and we could talk about that. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it. I'm not sure if that's something that we could help, but I could definitely look into it. But if I have something to present to the team, it's a little difficult for me to describe. Then we can I can look into that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just like, you know, like you'd run into a room, man, and you don't even see the guy. You get shot in the face. You're like, where do I get shot from? You can't even see him, man, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you've got limitations, dude, if you've got limitations, what can you do?
Yeah, we'll see. You know, we can look into it. But again, like, get me a video, and I will show it to everybody. Like, we'll all get eyes on it. And we'll
I can second that. Everything I've sent to Mikey has changed. Everything.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I was in the beta test so much and so many screenshots, videos, and stuff from my team and DGL guys. Everything has changed that we've brought up. So definitely.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So, are there any pending questions?
I think still, Chef, you had one.
What Phrase was saying before we get to the next question.
Just
During
type
this
it-
final,
type it
I
in
got
the stream or
What's up?
Is there a stream that I can type it in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you,
Someone
you could put it in the
link this
lobby, or you could put it in the stream.
Type in the
whatever.
chat.
But going off
Slap it
what
in the stream.
going off what slap it, going off what Phrase was saying.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
slap
in the middle of this final, while we were playing, I got a message about a bug on Verticality Firefight, where you can prone inside of a radio on Charlie, and I just jumped into the chat. I got the level designer in a private message thing. I said, "Hey, can you fix this?" And he said, "Yep, and it's going to be fixed in the next update." Anything that you guys report to me, level design wise, if you show me a screenshot or a video, I'll hand it right over to my boy Jeroen, and he will fix it. So, it's direct, like
fix
as direct as can be.
Can you fix indestructible cardboard boxes?
Hey, no, dude, they're
Smudges
packing
worth it.
Kevlar. You don't know this? Like they ship Kevlar and cardboard.
You know, that's
Hey,
his
where'd
theory.
we put those boxes of Kevlar? We just sprinkled them around the
Well,
map.
we're at war here. Let's.
We're on break. Come on.
What's
yeah,
your
just-
favorite game modes?
Push probably is my favorite. Not just
Same
because
here.
like I like how fast
No
paced
shit,
it is,
Panda.
but I don't know. I like the atmosphere a lot, and part of it might be because I'm biased. Like I like to just stop and listen to how the voiceover sounds because it all just like truly like it all when you play
I
a
like
big
to look at
push game.
myself in the mirror.
No, like it's gratifying to me in that like okay, good, like it sounds okay because one of the things I tried to do when I did all the voiceover and writing was like make it. I guess I wanted to make it sound good, right? But specifically I wanted to make it sound immersive. And in Push, like that's as immersive as it gets. It's just gunfire and men screaming, and that's so that part sounds really good, and I'm always really happy with or not always really happy. I hear stuff all the time which I could have done differently, but I'm generally happy with how it comes out, and I like how the game sounds in Push. It feels very immersive as far as the gameplay goes. It feels very fun because I'm one of those like pub star guys, like come on gang, let's go over the voice comms, let's charge up, smoke grenades, you idiots, like that's you wanna live forever. Like I'm one of those guys who plays, and that also lends itself very well to Push mode. But in
He's
addition
like
to that-
minute.
Yeah,
You know
mine.
what?
Minute's like that. We
You
got
should
people
do
like that.
fucking the voices as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
British
if
guy,
you-
I
what's
guess.
the
Add a
dude?
British faction and then you
Yeah.
got a voice actor.
You know, I'm actually talking to a British guy right now. We're talking about him putting up a voiceover pack on the workshop. I've been directing him a little bit. He sent me some sample lines of some of the voiceover stuff. He's like, "Oh, what do you think?" I was like, "Can you yell a little bit more?" And stuff like that. And he's doing a great job. He's done voiceover for other stuff too. We'll see what he does. I even talked to some Ukrainian and Russian guys about it, but we'll see. Like a lot of cool stuff. I really love the workshop. But yeah, that's the answers. I like Push for the pub star factor, and also because the voiceover just like really comes together in that mode. Not to say that it doesn't work in other modes, but it just feels really immersive in general. The game feels really good there. And that's just my personal playstyle. Market Push is like, oh my god, I love Market Push. I fucking love Market Push, dude. Can't get enough. I get a shotgun, and I play security, and I'm just in my element.
We've got a good question from Haiju regarding Source 2 and your thoughts, and I guess the attitude of NWI towards Source 2.
We're
it's in the TeamSpeak lobby. But
I
know Steel Chef's been waiting.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been able to log into Twitch yet, but
it's alright.
So before I answer, I will answer that Source 2 question. First, I want to say,
go for it.
Thank you, Nanlo. Who's clicking? Who's clicking?
I don't know, man.
I can click too.
Oh, she's getting a bit excited over there.
Oh, hey, bro, man. Nanlo says, Mikey, to you and the rest of the people working on this game, I can only say thank you. This has brought me so much joy. Well, thank you, Nanlo. We appreciate having that. Value for money is ridiculous. Yeah, $15, right? How much is a shooter these days, you guys? Like, I'm biased, but hello, right? Like, how much are you getting for $15? Raylan asked me in a chat, did you do voice work for SWAT 4? I did not. I'm young. I'm 24 years old. When SWAT 4 came out, I was like 19. I was still in high school. I love SWAT 4 though, and SWAT 3. I played SWAT 3 when I was even younger. SWAT 3 those games were great. I still remember, like, one of my favorite levels, if not my favorite level, in a first-person shooter, single player, I guess I should say, is probably the first level of SWAT 4, where like you make entry, you respond as a SWAT team to a call on a serial killer's house.
Is that the
and you
Fairfax
go in.
one?
Fairfax, is it? Yeah, the Fairfax residence. Yeah, you go in and you're like, you think you're this badass fucking SWAT team, you're gonna get in there and it's just gonna be like criminals with AKs and vests in the bank, but instead it's just this like really domestic house, and it's the guy's like 80-year-old mother. And you're like, get on the fucking ground, lady! And you put her on the ground, and you cuff her, and then it gets like really scary because you're going through the serial killer's house, and there's like clippings and pictures and everything. It's actually really spooky. And it was really well done. So I really like that, and I just like co-op games, and I liked it's like one of the most innovative shooters that's come out, really. SWAT 3 and SWAT 4. There aren't any other games really that have done those kinds of mechanics. But yeah, I wish I did voice work for SWAT 4. That would have been awesome. Do I sound like a particular character? I don't really remember. I remember like 3 different cops, I think. Oh, you might not have a microphone, but yeah, I didn't do any voice work for them. I hope they come to me for SWAT 5 though. Shit, that'd be awesome. The other question about Source 2. We're in the dark as far as Source 2 goes. We know as much as you guys do. Valve is real secretive about everything they do, but we're definitely interested in it. Like, no bullshit. We're working on this Insurgency right now, so like, we got our own thing. We still have the competitive stuff. We still have the maps. We want to get in optimization and bug fixes and other content and other stuff that we want to do, but we're still, of course, interested in that because we've been working with Source since, like, Jesus, 2004. Like, not everybody's been on the team, but everybody on the team has at least some experience with, like, mod making, usually, and most often Source. And, of course, being a Source game, Insurgency, we all have experience with Source. So to see, like, what Source 2's potential is we're very curious about that. So we want to, we're going to keep our eyes on that. We're gonna see what happens with that. But we've got our hands full as it is now, so we're fine waiting. Like, we got plenty of stuff we're doing now with this Insurgency.
Oath.
That's cool.
Or
Thanks for answering that.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
No, there's been a lot of speculation going around. So.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is, like, people often say like, oh, I wonder what. I bet New World Interactive is talking to Valve right now. Like, no, dude. Like, they don't tell us shit. Like, they're super secretive. It doesn't matter if you're a developer. Just generally speaking, what you guys know, we know.
Gaben, please.
You could say that, I guess. Yeah.
Half-Life
Who
3.
creates your concept art? Asks Haiju. Good question. The guy who creates our concept art, his name is Valdis Mathis. He made the release art, which he actually like got out of his chair and posed for the security team coming down into the basement. Great picture, really beautiful picture. I love his art. He also did the Hunt DLC of the security guy shooting at the insurgent silhouette in Pans. You did the Molotov Spring one of the fucking security guy getting burnt by the Molotov cocktail, which is awesome and brutal. And he did the Sinjar update one, and he did I wonder if I'm forgetting anything. He did all those. All the art that we've done has been done. He did the Insurgent Z April Fool's joke art that we did recently. He also does the particle effects for our game. So the fire that you see, the Molotov, the incendiary, and the muzzle smoke and stuff, that was all him. And on top of that, he's actually the head art director of the game Due Process. Which you guys might be aware of.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that
so
interesting?
in terms of art, right? Art is that like Due Process and art? I'm not sure if they're like useful.
They're blocky right now, but that's because it's like
Is that
if you get yourself on the website and go on the blog, you can actually see the updates.
Are they planning on actually
Yeah.
building assets for that? Like
they basically all look
They
like
have
Snake,
really cool
like
stuff.
Solid Snake.
I talked to
I'm gonna go to the website right now. So like, what your concept artist is also your particle designer.
Yes.
Like, is that
That's
a
right.
specific role, particle designer? Like, how many staff are you guys using? Must be pretty small.
We have it's pretty small, yeah. We have a little over 20 people.
Ah, okay,
And the thing I always like to mention to give people a concept is I was in a stream doing my streams that I do every week at Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right? I have a stream, and I'll link the channel in the chat. I know you guys are asleep very often, but at that time, here, I'll just throw it up there.
Wait, what's sleep? I don't know what that is.
Does anyone get that here?
Chris?
Oops. Yeah, apparently, like, you do it, like, for, like, at least 6 to 8 hours. I don't know.
Really?
I've heard about it, is what I'm saying.
Damn.
Really?
Mate, it sounds pretty intense. if you ask me.
Hawksy's from Townsville,
It's a
so
time
don't
sink.
mind him too much.
That's what you do when you're dead.
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you from Townsville, Hawksy? I'll
Yeah,
come and
mate.
see you in June, mate.
Rightio, brother. I'll
For
see
Beat
you
the
then.
Bastard.
Say hello to Kenny
Cool.
too.
Yeah. You know Beat the Bastard?
What the fuck?
We what was I talking about? I was talking about the stream.
Yeah,
What
your
were we saying
stream.
before.
Yeah, your stream, man.
But before that, what were we saying?
Concept
so I was going
art.
somewhere with the concept art.
Well,
Oh,
that's-
yep, I
that's-
remember.
yeah.
No, team size. It was team size. So we're a little over like 20 people.
Yeah.
And I remember I always like to mention this to give people an idea. When I mentioned that once in a stream, and a guy in the stream chimed in saying like, "Hey, yeah, I work for Ubisoft, and I worked on Far Cry 3, and we had just over 20 modelers on the entire team
Yeah,
for Far
exactly,
Cry
like-
3. We
It's-
it's small, yeah. Like it's not a big team, and you know, we self-publish as well, which is its own thing, and so we have even less. Like there's no interaction with like a publisher even at all, and it's very cool because we have a lot of freedom, and that's why Insurgency feels like as unique as it does, and it's also interesting just creatively, I guess you could say, because of the way people like I can come at it with you from my perspective, right? Like, there's like no game that I've ever heard of that had one person do every single voice and write all the characters, unless it were like a very small like indie game. You do have games you'd be surprised, like maybe 2 or 3 people will do all the voices for like the bad guy faction or something, but they didn't also write everything, you know. And on top of that, we don't have an audio department. We just have one guy. I actually did an interview with him. His name's Mark Winter, one of our developers who also worked on a bunch of different mods. Including some Battlefield 2 ones, a Half-Life 1 mod called Science and Industry, which you guys might have heard of. He founded a couple of Crisis mods. But he does all the audio, like he touched up all of it. It's like 7,000 something lines of dialogue. And I did all the voiceover, which is like 4,700 something. So our audio department is just 2 dudes, you know?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
I can link that interview. I've got a link, so if any of you
please,
guys are actually interested.
But yeah, it's it's a small team, and it's interesting the kind of work that everybody does. We're also all remote. I was telling some people in TeamSpeak yesterday, I think.
You
we
don't
have
have an
guys.
office?
Well,
Oh,
we
do
do.
you?
We do have offices, yeah, but most of us work remotely.
Huh,
Like we're in America. the creative director Argyle, he's in Canada. I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah, no, it's a total trend these days, eh?
It is, yeah, because like there's
Oh, I was just gonna say that I've done a bunch of. Do you know Warsaw?
Warsaw, Poland.
No, the game Warsaw, like a Quake.
Oh yeah, I played that.
Game.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard of that. No.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's just a game that came out quite a while ago. It's kind of like a Quake game, but like all those dudes, you've got guys in like there's 2 guys in the US, me doing modeling from New Zealand, like guys in Canada, guys in Europe, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's the way. It's cool because the way gaming is now and how it's always been, which is what's beautiful about it, is it's so international. And now with like development programs, or better said, communication programs, I should say, and the way people can just stay in touch with VoIP and just like regular IRC chat and shit, like you can accomplish so much and not have to pay for an office. Yeah, we have guys in Canada, America, the UK, and Scotland and England.
It requires a lot
France,
of discipline, though.
Mexico. Yeah, it's true. No, it's true. But at the same time, like we did have. You'd be surprised, like when people are on their own or work remotely. And the way we work is we have a lot of initiative-based stuff. Like everybody who works, they don't get a lot of direction. I'm just coming at it from my perspective because that's the thing I'm most acquainted with. But when we designed the voiceover, we're like, all right, we want this to play when someone we want something to play when someone reloads. We want something to play when somebody throws a grenade. We want a suppression mechanic, which makes sense with the gameplay mechanic of suppression, where the voiceover changes when you're suppressed. And I just had total freedom. I wrote everything, and I voiced everything with zero direction. I wasn't even in the booth with Jeremy Blum or Andrew Spearman. I said, "Oh, give me that one again. Let's hear that again." I just did it, and I directed myself, and I played it back, and I got feedback from people, but no, I just did it by myself, and that's the way that we work, and that's why I have such a fucking kick-ass team, is because like everybody has that mentality of like we'll just fucking fix it. When I reported that thing to the level designer, that bug on verticality firefight, I just said, what do you think? And he said, okay, this is a bug and I'm going to fix it. I'll report other stuff to him that's a little ambiguous, and I'll say, what do you think? Is this fair for a player to be able to do? And he'll either say, yeah, I think that's fair, I'm going to keep that in, or no, I think that's unfair, I'm going to fix it. And we have a lot of responsibility, each team member does in its respective field.
You don't have you wouldn't run that by like a head game designer or something? Or is it just this code is just like, oh yeah, I feel like it's good. I'll just do that.
Well, it's yeah, maybe that was the best way to say it. It's both, is what it really is.
Yeah, okay.
If there's something ambiguous, then yeah, we have a creative director. We have Andrew Spearman, and we go to him. But at the same time, we also have a lot of responsibility ourselves. The level designer can make an executive decision. One of the problems with all these big companies is there's so much fucking red tape, and we don't have that. And when you don't have that, things get fixed a lot more quickly. And sure, yeah, sometimes something will happen, and the creative director or one of the higher ups will say, like, well, we don't want to have it like this. This isn't really what we want. Switch it back, and then they'll say, okay, we'll switch it back. So it's a lot of responsibility, and but there is still collaboration. I don't mean to undersell that aspect of it. I see. There's another question here. Will Insurgency ever switch from Source to Unreal Engine 4? Like I said, like, I don't know, like Source 2 is out there, Unreal's out there, CryEngine's out there, Unity's out there. It's whatever. Like we don't really we're not thinking about that. We're just curious about all those engines. Just like we're curious about Source 2, we're also curious about UE4, sure. But we don't really we're not finished yet, Like doing a port's a whole different thing. We're still working on stuff on this Insurgency, So yeah, like, it's not out of the question. Unreal Engine 4 is like a beautiful engine. I went to GDC in San Francisco, and there were a lot of different talks, and we met a lot of guys who make engines and guys who make middleware, and there's just a lot of really beautiful, awesome tech. And we're not going away as a company. Insurgency's done really well, and there have been a lot of Insurgencies historically throughout history. So maybe for the next game, another engine would be pretty sweet. But we'll see. Question from Waylon: what is your take on old men playing Insurgency competitively? I endorse that. How old are you? Or how old is an old man?
Waylon,
when you're old,
up.
you got more time.
Plus.
Oh, that's not old. Come on now. I thought you meant like 55 and over.
I'd say 35 plus. You know,
I think we've got an idea for a new league right there.
You'd be surprised.
The over 55s Insurgency League. Let's go.
Over 55. Have we started yet? Is it ready up?
Back in my day, we didn't have any insurgency, and we were better for it.
Can you do a Deckard Kane voice?
Give me a sec. Give me a sec,
You
guys.
got quite a treasure there, that Herodric. That's the one. You got quite a treasure.
Listen.
Yeah, there you go.
Herbert the pervert. Herbert the pervert.
No, I can't. My Deckard Kane's not
Is anybody looking for some ice cream?
Romeo asks, would you guys ever consider enabling team badges for in-game, like a small part of the uniform for either faction as you play, either in public or as part of the comp mode to allow teams to visually represent themselves? Might look nice in spec mode. Yeah, that's something that we've talked about before. Patches for your clan or whatever. I know what the Bromeo one would look like. That'd be pretty cool. You can already do that in the workshop, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I meant it specifically something that you would endorse going forward for like, like it would look great in spec or something like that for proper comp games. And like teams that wouldn't have it then be like, oh, those motherfuckers got badges.
Jealous. That's something that we've talked about,
That'd be enabled on pure servers.
Yeah, it would be enabled on pure servers. That's something that we have talked about, and it wouldn't be too intrusive. We'd keep it modest, as I was saying before. And someone else asked, and someone else asked, any plans to improve the spectating aspects of the game, like make it easier to cast before to watch? Yeah, that was something we were talking about earlier.
Oh, okay.
With our UI improvements, we do want to make some.
Are you guys planning on the UI improvements? Like, is it something which is on the horizon?
Yeah, well, it's more of like an overhaul. Because we want it to make sense with our competitive system.
Okay.
Changes. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of visual changes to the interface.
Are you talking about in game like visual changes, as in telegraphing the score more clearly, that sort of thing? Or...
Yeah, stuff like that. Yep. But also with like the menu and with like how you get into a competitive game, a ranked game, when we have the proper ranked based stuff in there.
Right. Okay.
Going along with that question before about uniforms, is there any prospect of changing the team's, I guess, like camo based on whether the map's like a snow map or desert or whatever?
Before I answer that, holy shit, Nolan North was in SWAT 4? Really? That's crazy. I didn't know he's been around for that long. Oh, that's wild. Very cool. No, as far as the camo, we don't have any plans for that right now. We try to keep it where we have. It's the reason why we have SV Pure. We try to keep it stock player models for just identification's sake. It's something that we could do because it would make sense as far as like a theater goes. Yeah, theater of war. I mean,
well, because the security seemed to have like a desert style camo, and then on a snow map, there's that like one insurgent. There's that one insurgent model that seems to blend in really well.
Yeah, the white bomber.
Yeah, that white one. So.
Yeah,
it's true.
To the point now where we pick specific skins depending on what map we're playing on. Like I always take the second insurgent skin because he doesn't have that massive green backpack on him, and I'm just invisible.
Yeah.
Well, it's something. Again, it's in keeping with like the theme of the workshop and how people can really make the skin or the military or the paramilitary group that they want. We kind of leave it up to the player to customize in that regard. And it's a general thing, you replace the model as a whole. We don't really have the resources right now to replace everybody, like on a map by map basis, and it's something that we kind of leave it up to people on the workshop to do, as a general thing. I don't believe that the Steam Workshop has any support for doing a map specific thing, so it would have to be general replacements. So I see what you're saying, but unfortunately it's not really like within our resources to do that. And but not to say there's not options, with the workshop. There's so many cool character skin options that we may even be making some improvements to the workshop in the future and its integration with us, because there's room to improve.
Fair enough, thanks.
Is there a possibility of bringing Allah Akbar back to the game? Again, I'm talking about the workshop, and you're gonna hear me say it a lot, but it's true. Like that's up there. Anybody who wants that in the game, they just fucking subscribe to it and download it, and then it's there.
Already done. Well, while we're talking
as,
about it, are there
yeah.
any workshop mods that you guys see as potentially integrating into the game, or already have done?
Well, we did have Mr. Brightside's animations were pretty sweet, and we did. It's complicated to just like integrate it into the game because it was created by somebody else. A lot of workshop stuff is borrowed assets, or it's just copyrighted, by like some other, it's copyrighted weapon or whatever model that somebody got from like Game Banana or something. So it's hard to bring stuff like that in. But like I was saying before, like we'll bring the people in. Like Mr. Brightside works for us now. He made all those great animations. So we didn't bring his animations we didn't bring his weapons and animations into the game, but we brought his talent into the game. And he's actually the person who made the prone knife crawling and attacking, and the prone crawling and attacking with the grenade sprint animations, the grenade prone animations that just went into this most recent update. So yeah, yes, we do. We don't bring directly stuff from the workshop in. It's more complicated for the reasons I was saying. But yeah, we'll bring the creator in, as you can see.
There's a couple of questions in lobby chat.
Yeah, I'm looking up. I see in the Twitch. What do you? There's a lot of. Okay, where do I start? A lot of community considers the current spot feature OP. Are you aware of this? What are your thoughts? Well, we disable it in comp because it can be OP, but we're okay with it in regards to our regular thing because it encourages team play. Like look, there's a guy right fucking there, and it's general. It's not like there's a mini map, right? And you see what direction he's facing, like in Battlefield, and exactly where he is. It's just a marker where you last saw him. And it's very general and it's open, So yeah, we feel like it's okay. Next question: what do you think of Rainbow Six Siege? Do you mean that personally, or do you mean that as a team? I can't really speak for the team, really. I guess I can speak personally, and I don't like games that are so arcadey and tactical, like together. Insurgency is a fast-paced tactical game. It's not like Rogue Spear or SWAT 4, but it's its own flavor, and it's still got that team-based play and everything. That's why it works. But from what I saw from Siege, and it's an alpha, it's just a little too fast-paced and arcadey for me. I don't really like the gunplay. I don't like the hit indicators, the markers, and all the shit popping up constantly. I like minimal HUDs. I like slower-paced stuff, and yeah, I'd say that's my personal opinion. They're going for their own thing, and Insurgency's going for its own thing. So they're very different games. Do you think a AAA game as good as SWAT 4 will ever be made? Yeah, I think so. I think that shooters have been in a rough spot for the past, I guess 10 years now, since like 2005, really. SWAT 4, I think, came out in 2006 or 2005, I'm not sure. But there hasn't been a lot of innovation or a lot of creativity. Generally speaking, there's exceptions. As in regards to multiplayer shooters especially, but also even single-player shooters. And that's why, we're so proud and happy with Insurgency, and so proud and happy to see you guys like it too. Because, like, we view ourselves as, like, sort of reviving the genre, or, like, breathing new life into it. Because there were a lot of games like this. There was Rogue Spear multiplayer and Day of Defeat, and all kinds of shit like that. And we want to bring that kind of stuff back, And we all have a history of doing that. Jeremy Blum, the game director, founded the original Red Orchestra, and he and Andrew Spearman co-founded Insurgency the Mod, and that's what we're all about, is that kind of multiplayer experience. Will you ever add a selection of weapons like an Uzi for Insurgents or an MP9, MP7 for security? You might have answered this already. I know there are skins in the workshop, but if you are looking into adding more weapons, feel free to rage at me. I'm not going to rage at you, but I will reiterate to you, yes, we look to the workshop for stuff like that. When you add a new weapon into a game, you need to balance it. You got to make sure it works. You need to dedicate the resources of designing a new weapon that feels good. And we already have weapons that are good analogs to, not analogs, good parallel weapons to other ones, right? Like Mr. Brightside just made an MP7, right? He put it up there. An MP7 fits perfectly in the slot or skin of an MP5, you know? And, you know, adding a new weapon is cool and everything, but if it's just going to be an aesthetic thing anyway, because we're happy with the weapons we have and the gameplay we have with the weapons that we have, then why not make it a reskin, you know? And then you can have whatever weapon that you want, because the community can make whatever weapon it wants. That being said, yeah, we might add some more weapons in the future. I don't know, it depends. We're not going to rule anything out, but right now we're not working on it. A Scar. Brightside's working on a Scar, dude. He screamed it on YouTube. He was working on it. He was talking to Hyper and everything. He's like
replacing the AC552 because of the 20 round mag.
No, it's replacing the M14 EBR, which I personally like that better.
What?
Yeah,
Smudge.
That's my favorite gun.
Poor Smudgy. It's so OP.
It makes sense though because of the 7.62.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And then
I think I'm gonna just go cry now.
At least it's better eyesight.
I can't wait.
Better
I'm
eyesight.
installing Insurgency as we speak.
What were you? What was your message phrase? You said you poked me. I saw.
Just check.
Oh,
just check TeamSpeak.
Gotcha. Sorry, I got like a bunch of. I'm getting many messages right now. Okay.
I think there are a few more. If I can see a question, I'll read one out.
Yeah.
Hawksy. Hawksy's got a good question.
Just Hawksy. No,
Okay,
let's not go into this.
No, don't go.
Okay.
Don't.
All right.
Okay. Actually, I do have to get going. I'm gonna do Actually, if anybody wanted to join me, I'm gonna jump into a
That's
game.
sounded strangely erotic. I'm just saying. Just put that out. Am I the only one that got that?
Is there
whips
whips
and
and
chains
chains
involved?
If anyone wants to join me.
I'm gonna play a mod by one of our three community members. It's a zombie mod that somebody made. Not Insurgency, but something else based on a survival mode. It's pretty cool. But I do gotta wrap this up. So any final questions before I go?
Where do we find zombie mode?
The zombie mode. Well, this one that I'm talking about right now. This is by a community member. He might actually be in the chat right now. I'll link you to his Reddit thread. Stand by 1 second.
In the meantime, I have a question for Hoxie. What's a Milo? Or do I want to know?
No.
I have the advantage of seeing from elsewhere, so it's probably one of those things, right?
Heavy breathing. Yeah, you smite
Have
me
I made
down.
a mistake? Should
It's
I
like
run away now?
Do we want to hear this or not?
Mate, it's like a hot cup of cocoa. That's what it's like.
Yeah, it's like a hot chocolate, but better.
I was
Foxy had
something
the perfect
much more lowbrow. I'm quite happy that that's the answer. Okay.
Yeah,
I really want hot chocolate. Shit.
It's really common. It's really common to have it cold as well. By the way.
Yeah, cold milk.
Oh yeah.
If you guys ever want to hear how to make the perfect Milo, hit me up. I've got a great recording that you might want to listen to.
3 tablespoons of Milo, 1 tablespoon of sugar. And
Nah, mate.
No.
Sugar.
Are you sure?
Nah.
I think I may.
All right,
I
guys,
may
getting
have
back
started
on
as a
track.
really bad.
Getting back
Mikey,
on
I
track.
have
Seeing as
one
we're
question.
wrapping things up.
Sure.
We got a question.
Mikey,
How are babies made?
did you have another question, or were you wrapping things up? You're done.
Pumpkin.
How
No,
are
I think
babies made?
I think everyone.
how are babies made? You want to leave on that one? How babies are made? I could do a real one too. I could do both.
All right. Well, we'll leave it. We'll leave it there because I mean,
Okay.
you know what Aussies are like, and their attention span's well and truly gone. So,
Well, thank you guys for having me.
yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you
a
very
lot.
much,
We'll
Mikey.
appreciate it. Thanks, Forrester, as well, for taking the time out and running the stream and everything.
No, it's a
That's
pleasure,
good.
dude.
Hopefully, people who are watching it. There's currently 19 on at the moment. They're probably all around the world by the looks of things. But congrats to Doctors on being the champion in season 2.
Despite our shit play.
They had an amazing comeback, but as well, especially, you can't forget HO for making it that far, and for Doctors have had an exceptional reputation throughout the entire ladder, but HO certainly gave them a run for their money. And trust me, if you joined Doctors TeamSpeak at the time that I did and heard the stress and panic in Panda's voice,
Dude, we were.
you would have known.
ourselves.
You would have known that you guys actually had a solid close game. So
You
good
should have
work.
been in the Ho one for the
Good
last
shit,
couple rounds.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, that was
a great
insane.
game.
So yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, Mikey Forrester, thanks a lot, guys. And I hope to see you soon.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for coming,
guys. It was a blast. I'm glad to
Cheers,
come out
mate.
here.
Especially for you guys in the stream too. Next season of Australian/New Zealand Oceanic Insurgency is starting up. Check us out on Cybergamer. We got a ladder going over there.
Yeah.
So if you want to get involved, hit us up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. When you say season, you mean ladder, right?
Yeah, whatever.
It isn't.
See,
still a season.
Australian criticalness.
It was about to point that out, Smudge.
Not a goal, it's a try, and it's not a ladder, it's a season.
Yep.
I'm just gonna post all the team speaks for EU, NA, and like Oz, New Zealand.
yeah.
So if there's, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are in here.
On the 1st of June.
Oh, okay.
Use the
Use the new one.
If you want to give out the TeamSpeak for people who are interested, it's ts.insurgencyanz.com.
Okay. I'll put both in.
So
I mean,
I'll
still a
type it out
couple of
for you.
months. But yeah, I'll just put it into chat, so in case there is anyone in there that's wanting to get into competitive insurgency.
Pogs.
Yep.
Yeah,
thanks
and
for
in
us.
pugs and that sort of thing, then depending on where you are, just join the right TeamSpeak and someone will sort you out.
It's the same thing. Insurgency ANZ on Steam, Insurgency ANZ on Facebook, and there's a website. Check us out.
Cool beans. Keep forgetting I don't have those. Oh, I do have those on macros. I'm
The
not using my
macros.
I'm not using my macros enough.
Nah, off the admin team, Ace. Not using macros.
Kicked. Shunned.
Is the actual match up yet or not?
On YouTube.
No, it's just been streamed so far.
Yeah, I restarted
You
it,
can
so
watch
it
the
should be
stream
in the past broadcasts if that's set on the channel. I don't actually have I only have the stream key. I don't actually have access to the channel, so it should be in there though, because I did restart it.
Awesome.
What's the time at you locally, Forrester?
The time for me now, 1:15 PM.
Ah, not bad.
Yeah, there's a 1 minute
Oh, it's
21
just-
for the first round because the sound wasn't working. Then it was restarted for the second one.
Yeah, my apologies for that one. I have no idea what went on there.
That's all right. You got it working. And then the third one I think is a Q&A, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Awesome stuff.
I'm
Thanks a lot,
interested to
Forrester.
find out what this zombie thing is, Mikey. So hit me up.
Yeah, do you want to play right now? I'm
Yeah,
about to
man.
fucking go.
If
on
you
there.
if you
Cool.
jump on it.
Let me get the guy in here. Hold on.